Hey y'all, I'm back. Let's jump right on into today's topic, which is when things get hard. I don't know who needs to hear this video, but I know somebody does. The topic again is when things get hard. And so I have various quotes, and y'all know how we do things. I share the quotes, I unpack them, and in the end I'm going to bid you good day. So this first quote, I believe, is by Pastor Jentezen, I think that's how you say his name. But anyway, he says, life can throw you some curves. And it's not just the things that you see coming, but sometimes it's the things you didn't see coming that hit you out of nowhere, that sets you back in such a way that it seems like you can't get over it and you've reached your limit. And your bandwidth is full. You already said, I can't take another thing. And then out of nowhere, here comes something you didn't see coming, and you're in it. And again, like I said, the author of that quote, I believe his name is Pastor Jentezen. Y'all, I'm going to have to cut on my AC because it is starting to get a little warm. Right now, it's 76 degrees. It was 72, I think, or 74 when I started the other video. And so let me just say real quick, we all have had a time or two where it seems like out of nowhere, something just blindsides you. And you didn't see it coming at all. And those things hurt the most when they hit you because you didn't see it coming. See, if I know that you're going to do something, I can prepare for it. So it's not going to bother me as much. But when it just smacks me out of nowhere, oh, that thing will take you out. But what I want you to understand is that life gets hard all the time. It gets hard for me. It gets hard for you. It gets hard for us. The key is you have to keep going. Life will blindside you at every turn. It happens to all of us. And if you say, well, it ain't happened to me, keep on living, because it will. And no, I'm not wishing anything bad on you. I'm just telling you what I know. It's a part of life. I just need you to understand that you have to keep going. This next quote is unknown, and it says, in your homes, somewhere in your heart, these words are echoing. I am gonna make it. Again, I don't know who this video is for, but somebody right now under the sound of my voice, you're telling yourself, I am going to make it. Do you know I tell myself that all the time? I know I look like I'm put together all the time and I lead this happy, great, groovy, and grand life, and for the most part I do. But I do have my struggles. I do have my challenges. I do have my issues. But I tell myself every day that I am going to keep going. When I go to God in prayer during my meditation time, God and I, we talk. I say, all right, Lord, everything may not be the way I want it to be, but I'm going to keep going. Everything may not be falling into place as I thought it was, but I'm going to keep going. The world is acting like a bunch of damn fools sometimes, Lord, and yeah, I can talk like that with God, but I'm going to keep going. I'm not going to give up. My business is not quite where I want it to be, but I'm going to keep going because giving up is not an option. Next quote. When you get into a tight spot and everything goes against you until it seems that you cannot hold on for a minute longer, never give up. Never give up then, for that is just the place and time that the tide will turn. There are times when your energy feels so depleted that you want to give up, that it looks just totally impossible. And I can tell you from my own personal experience, don't give up then. That's when you've got to fall forward. When life is kicking dirt in your face, don't give up then. And that quote is by Les Brown. Like I said, there are going to be times in life when you are going to want to give up. You're going to say, Lord, I can't take it anymore. I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. That's when you have to say, nope, I'm going to keep going. I'm not giving up. Because I always tell y'all this, and I know you're thinking, but Michelle, why would I care? I care. I know that there are people watching me. They may not comment on my videos. They may not like it. They may not even subscribe to my channel, and that's all right too. But I know that there are people out there watching what I'm doing. They're watching how I'm handling things. And you would be surprised at how you give the strength and the courage to so many people that if you were to give up, they're going to lose hope. They're going to say, wait a minute, hold up. I've always put my trust in Michelle. And she's always been able to pick herself up and keep going. And now she's giving up. What am I going to do? It's not that they don't believe in God, because they do. I believe in God, but I also watch people that are strong, and I watch how they take on things and how they keep pushing forward. And that encourages me to keep pushing forward. So I always tell people, don't give up, because somebody somewhere is always watching you. And sometimes those people are your little mini-me. They're watching you. So if you give up, what do you think they're going to do? What reason do they have to keep pushing forward if they're watching you give up all the time? Come on, y'all. Next quote, unknown. As long as you're alive, there is hope. Again, somebody needed to hear that. As long as you are alive, as long as you are drawing breath, as long as God keeps tapping you on the shoulder every day and waking you up, there is hope. So you have no reason to give up. You have no right to give up. You see, God did not give up on us, so why are we giving up on us? God said, you know what, I'm going to give up my life. Now, some people may think, well, he gave up. No, he didn't. He gave up his life so that we may have life more abundantly, and we may have life eternally, because even when we leave this earth, come on, somebody, we're still going to have life up in heaven with him. So he didn't give up like that. He gave up his life so that we could have more life. So if God didn't give up on you, why are you giving up on you? I'm not giving up on you, so why do you think you have a right to give up on you? You don't. Keep pushing forward. Next quote, unknown. You're still alive. You're still here. It's never too late, and it's never too dark, and we can always turn things around. Y'all, it's never too late. Okay, so you might say, but Michelle, I'm in my 70s now, and I've not gotten married. It's too late for me. No, it's not. Your time just hasn't come for the right person to enter into your life. It's never too late. There have been people that have gotten married in their 80s. Age has nothing to do with it. When God sends on the right person, honey, you're going to know. Just like you're thinking, well, you know, it's too late. I've been out of the workforce for 10 years now. No, it's not. It's never too late. Put in that application. Keep looking. Keep applying, because it's never too late. You wanted to start that business. You're in your 60s now, or your 70s. It's never too late. Keep pushing forward. Next quote. Unknown. I don't lose. I either win or I learn. And that's something that we all need to tell ourselves. When life happens and maybe things didn't go your way, you didn't lose. I didn't lose. We don't lose. You either win or you learn from it. Period. End of sentence. Now, I know some of y'all saying, well, I did lose. No, you didn't. Now, if you want to be a loser, you can go and do that. But not me. I choose not to lose. I either win or I learn something from it. Period. End of sentence. Next quote is by Eric Thomas. Actually, I just said my next and last quote. And he says, and some of you have allowed adversity to make you stop. And I'm telling you right now, don't give up. I'm telling you right now, don't give in. Get through it. Execute, execute, execute. In the midst of adversity, execute. You're going to work through this. You're going to get up. You're going to get dressed. You're going to get out. And you're going to do what you've been called to do. Come on, somebody, because God has called all of us to do something. I don't know what that thing is for you, but I know God has called me to do some things, and that's what I'm doing. I'm doing what God has called me to do. So I don't have time to stay down. I have no other choice but to get up, to get dressed, and to keep going. He says you're going to be what you've been called to be. And you're going to prove to everybody that tried to break you, everybody that tried to kill your dream, you're going to prove all of them wrong. I need you to really hear that. There's some people that thought that if they took something from you, that it was going to break you. There are some people that didn't want you to advance, and they thought they were going to break you. There are some people that thought they could push you back, and it would break you. Honey, I want you to prove them wrong. Prove them wrong and show them that what they did to you, it didn't stop you. You are still going. You're still waking up every day with a smile on your face. See, they thought you were going to sit at home, curled up underneath the covers, rocking back and forth with the woe is me, what we's going to do. Honey, no, we don't have time for that. Get up, get dressed, and you keep going. Keep putting out your videos. Okay, so you don't have the viewers that you would like. You don't get the views that you would like to get. You don't have the subscriber count that you're looking for. Keep going. Don't allow that to cause you to give up. I told you all before that in the very beginning, my very first couple of videos, I was thanking folks for subscribing to my channel, and I didn't even have any subscribers, but I was thanking them anyway. You know why? Because I was speaking those things as if they were. And I would say thank you to those of you that have subscribed to my channel. I want to say thank you so very much. Didn't have near subscriber. And it was all right because I kept doing what I was called to do. I didn't allow how many subscribers I had or how many views I had to keep me from doing what I was called to do. I kept doing it anyway. Because guess what? Eventually, people will start to see your work and they'll say, hey, you know what? I like this. I need this. I'm trying now to get back to doing a motivational moment, which I will do today on TikTok. And the views are picking up, and that's great. But I love it when people comment and say, you know, thank you so much for sharing this. This is right on time. I needed this. That lets me know that I am truly walking in my gift. I am truly speaking life into people, because my goal is not to sit here and tear anybody down. It's to build you up, to encourage you. That's why I choose the topics that I choose. Well, that and the fact that I prayed about it, and God said, this is what the people need to hear. Now, maybe you don't need to hear it, but somebody somewhere needs to hear this. But the key is to prove them wrong. They thought that they were going to tear you down. Honey, you better go and sit down somewhere, because you're not about to pull me down. You will not keep me from doing what God has called me to do. You will not keep me from doing what makes me happy. Because I'm going to go ahead and do it. And I'm going to show you. I can show you better than I can tell you that Michelle will be a household name one day. I've already claimed it. I've already claimed that one day I'm going to be a worldwide motivational speaker. I'm claiming that for myself. And all I'm doing is walking in my gift. So for anybody that thought I couldn't do it, honey, go and eat your heart out. I was going to say something else, but I'm not going to do it. Moving on, the rest of the quote. If you can work through your pain, I'm guaranteeing you on the other side is a reward. Can I say that one more again? If you can work through your pain, I'm guaranteeing you on the other side is a reward. It makes me think of the quote that I've seen several times just recently, but I've seen it before, where the man has the pickaxe. I told you about that. And he's chopping away at the dirt. And he's chopping away and he's chopping away. And finally he gets tired. Should have brought my water out. He gets tired and he drops his head and he gives up. And then you see him turn around and he walks away. Guess what, y'all? He gave up. But what he didn't know was all he had to do was chop at that dirt one more time. And on the other side of that last wall of dirt was what he was looking for, the pot of gold. All he had to do was just chop at that dirt one more time. But he gave up right before his blessing was going to be handed directly to him, was going to fall in his lap, if you will. He gave up. That's why I don't want you to give up. Because on the other side of that wall was his reward. but he didn't get it. You know why? Because he gave up. So if you can continue to go through whatever it is that you're going through, right? Excuse me. I do have this water. Excuse me, y'all. Ain't nothing like hot water. Jesus. Excuse me, but it's better than nothing. But as I was saying, if you can continue going through the BS and the crap that you have to put up with right now, I'm telling you, there's a reward waiting for you. But if you give up now, guess what? You'll never get it. And then lastly, he says, pain is not permanent. Pain is temporary. I'm going to say that again because somebody in the back of the room, you didn't hear me. You were too busy talking to your neighbor. Pain is not permanent. Pain is temporary. So that pain that you feel right now is temporary. I told you all I was in a car accident in March. Somebody pulled out of an alley in front of me and we met by accident, which caused the airbag to fly out and smack me in the face. Have you ever been hit in the face with an airbag? It's not a pleasant feeling at all. And I became dazed and a little confused, and I ended up running into the back of this man's pickup truck before I ended up on the curb. So yes, I totaled my mom's Equinox, and I'm so sorry for that. But her thing is, I'm thankful that you're okay. But I said all of that to say this: the pain that I was in, because being hit in the face with the airbag caused my mouth to swell up. So I didn't go anywhere for a week because I didn't want anybody to see me looking like that. I didn't even do any videos because, again, I didn't want anybody seeing me look like that. But the pain was temporary. It didn't last forever. I sprained my right ankle. Now, it doesn't hurt as bad as it used to, but if I have to be on my feet for a while, that pain comes back. But it's temporary. I ended up hitting I don't know what I hit my left knee on, but I had this big, it was like this real big, huge circle that was black and blue. And right under my kneecap, it was swollen. And I mean, that thing hurt so bad, I thought it would never stop. It didn't finally stop. And I have just a little bit of the pain right underneath the kneecap, just a very, in one little spot. It's not where it was before, but that pain was temporary. It's not going to last forever. When somebody breaks up with you or that relationship ends, there's some pain associated with it, but it's not permanent. It's temporary. You know why? Because it's going to go away. You're going to forget all about that person. As Medea said, half of these folks, you won't even remember their last names. And God's going to send somebody else in your life. You won't be thinking about them anyway. Pain is temporary. It's not permanent, you guys. So understand that. And again, that quote was by Eric Thomas. But today's topic is when things get hard. And my takeaway for you is simply this: life is going to get hard. Lord have mercy in this cough. I'm going to have to take something to dry it up. Life is going to get hard, as I said. But you have to understand that the pain that you're feeling, for whatever reason, it's not permanent. It's temporary. It has not come to stay. It has come to pass. That pain has come to teach you something. What that thing is, I don't know. But it has come to teach you something. So you might need to sit down and say, all right, Lord, I'm listening. What is it that you want me to know? What is it that you would have for me? And then get quiet, because y'all know we like to talk a lot, but get quiet and let God speak to you as only he can. Because I guarantee you, he's going to tell you the same thing, that pain is not here to stay. Life is going to get hard, but you can't give up every time life gets hard. Do you realize that when we learned how to drive, it was a little hard in the beginning, but you didn't give up? Excuse me, y'all, my sinuses are draining. That's why you're driving now, because you kept going, right? Okay, when you first learned how to walk, it was hard. Now, none of us probably remember that, but we kept at it. We didn't give up. When we first learned to ride a bike, I'm looking at my neighbor's daughter's bike in the yard, but when we first learned to ride a bike, it wasn't easy. Some of y'all fell off. I know I did once the training wheels came off. Some of us have fallen off the bike and hurt ourselves. It was hard, but we kept at it. And then we became proficient in bike riding, right? You learned to skate. It was hard. And you fell down quite a few times. And then you got the hang of it. I learned how to ride a skateboard. It was hard. I fell off quite a few times. But then I got the hang of it. You see where I'm going with this? Anything that you do in life, every area of our lives are going to get hard at times. But the thing is you've got to stick to it. You cannot keep running away when life gets hard. I used to be, I'm going to share this with you, I'm going to let you be, but I used to be that person that I had watched so many other people be hurt by relationships that I had made up in my mind that I wasn't going to get in a relationship. I was never going to let anybody get close to me because I didn't want to have feelings for anybody, because it's so hard when you deal with a breakup. Now, mind you, at that point, I had not dealt with the breakup, but I watched other people do it. And I decided I didn't want any part of that. And so if I met someone, we could hang out, we could laugh, we could have a good time, going to the movies, going to dinner. But if I felt like they were getting too close, oh, no. I had to push them away. I put that wall up to say, okay, stop right there. I'm starting to have feelings, so I got to cut you off. No more phone calls, no responding to text messages, none of that. Not Michelle. You wasn't going to catch me like that. That was a no-go for me. And then one day I woke up and I said, Michelle, do you realize that over the years, you've kept yourself from probably being in some of the most awesome relationships because you were afraid of letting people get too close to you? And not because anything had ever happened to you, it's because of what you saw happening to other people. And so I'm sharing that story because that was my way of not dealing with life. I would run away before things got hard. But look at what you possibly miss out on. Now, I'm not going to go back and stress over it, because half those people probably don't even remember their names, to be honest with you. But that's neither here nor there. I'm not stressing over it. All I'm saying to you is, when life gets hard, I need you to get harder. And when I say that, what I mean is, I need you to say, I don't have a tank top on. I need you to stiffen up your chest, lift your head up, and you face it head on. If that job didn't work out, so what? God has a better job out here for you. Fix your resume up and get on back out there and get to looking again. If that relationship doesn't work out, so what? God has another one for you. He's just saying that person is not the right one for you. You're not going to be able to make it in the house you're living in, so what? You can get another place to stay. Be it a condo, a smaller home, apartment, or whatever it is that you need to do to fit within your budget. Those car payments too high and you got to get rid of the car, so what? Get you another car that has payments that you can handle. Do you see where I'm going with that? We're not running away from stuff. This is 2023. We are not running away from anything. We're going to face things head on. We're going to deal with it, and we're going to come out victorious. We're going to come out on the other side where your blessing is waiting. And see, that's another thing. Some of you will never get to your blessing because you keep running away from stuff. Well, how are you going to get to your blessing if you don't face that thing head on and see it through? Because here's the thing. You're not going by yourself. I know it feels like it. It does. It feels like you are, but you're not going by yourself. God is right there with you. God is right there with you every step of the way. You are not dealing with that thing alone. So no matter what you're going through, just know that you're not going through it by yourself. God has your back. He's right there with you. So whenever I'm dealing with something, I say, all right, Lord, it's you and me. And I can face it head on. Because again, God already knew that thing was coming. He knew that thing was coming years ago. He knew that thing was coming when you were in elementary school. He knew it was coming at this point in time in your life. It didn't come as a surprise to him. It may be a surprise to you. But God has been with you every step of the way. So if he's kept you up to this point, what makes you think he's going to leave you now? He's kept you up to this point, and he's going to continue keeping you. You just have to believe that he has your back. Y'all, look, and that's my time, because I got some other stuff I need to take care of. But I just had to share this with you all because this subject is very near and dear to my heart, which was when things get hard, I need you to not give up, and I need you to keep pushing forward, because the best is yet to come. That's it. That's my time. If you're new to watching my videos, I want to say welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. If this is not your first rodeo, I want to say welcome back. Y'all know I missed you. I miss you whenever I don't get a chance to see you. Now, I know you're saying, but Michelle, how can you see us? I can't. I can only imagine you on the other side of this camera. But I miss you all terribly nonetheless. Go out there, enjoy the rest of your motivational Monday. Stop running from things. Stop hiding from things. Deal with life. It's going to get hard. Let this video prepare you to take on whatever comes your way today. Not just today, tomorrow, next week, next month, next year. The rest of your life. You're prepared now. I love you all. Whatever you do today, make sure you do it safely. Be safe in all that you do. I love you all so much. You know the drill, you know the spiel. There's nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing that you can do about it. Because I'm always going to love you. I'm always going to be here to encourage you, because I want nothing but the best for you. I know you can do it. I know you can do it. I love you all, and we'll talk again on Wednesday. Until then, take care.